Hello everyone, it's Kirk from The Next Level Now. For all of you who wondered what happened to me over the past few days over the holiday, and for those of you who reached out and asked where I was, thank you so much for that. And happy or Merry Christmas to you a little bit late. I was a little bit under the weather for a few days. I had lost my voice, and then I have no idea what kind of illness I had, but everything, it hurt to blink for about 48 hours. I thought, my goodness gracious, this is the worst thing I ever felt in my entire life. And I still wasn't feeling up to snuff for the next day or so, even after that. So I took a break, and I'm back now, and thank you all so much for your concern. And I wanted to, of course, get you that belated Merry Christmas, but I wanted to get back on track with some of these videos from The Next Level Now platform, if you will, trying to help people step into being their very best version of themselves. And this is a very interesting time of year to be talking about this, doing this with or without our guidance from The Next Level Now. But it's the time of year when we make those resolutions, right? We recognize that it's time for a change, and this is going to be the year. So here it is, it's December 31st, and it's 11:30, and you're running through your head, what is it that I want to change? What do I want to do? How do I want to be better of me next year? I'm going to quit smoking, or I'm going to cut back on my eating pizza, or no more cake late at night, or I'm going to walk more, or whatever it is that you're going to do. And from my experience, from 70 loops around the sun, deciding at that point is not the right way to go do it. The statistics show that people who plan for changes in their life as New Year's resolutions and do them on New Year's Eve, by the end of January, fully 80% of the people have completely forgotten what that was, let alone what they decided to change and how they were going to do it. It takes some planning. It takes some thinking. We have Christmas behind us. We have several days here, 3 or 4 days at this point, before you really truly have to buckle down and make those solid decisions. I think that's enough time if you use it wisely. So what I want to do is post up a couple of videos in a row here for the next couple of days to kind of give you some guidance from my point of view. And that's what it is. It's my point of view. That and about $8 should get you coffee at Starbucks. But I'm hoping that what I can do with this is help you do some things that are going to make making the choices easier and better. And one of the best things that you need to do is stop thinking in terms of, what do I have to do to become a success? What do I have to do to lose that weight? What do I have to do to stop smoking, or whatever it is that you're trying to change? And actually think about, what do I have to change? It's not about the doing, it's about the changing. Because if it was about the doing, you'd be there. It's about making a change. And that calls from assessment. That calls for you to look at what has happened and what has brought you to this point. So you're going to look backwards through time, from where we are now to where you started that brought you to this point, and connect some dots to see what went right and what went wrong. But remember that if you're going to fall, if you're going to have a problem and you're going to fall, you don't want to fall backwards, you want to fall forward. Fall backwards into your faith and belief in God. Fall into His arms, but fall forward so you can see where you're going and you can see what you're going to hit. And what I'm trying to tell you is, it's going to require some planning. And everyone gets shook. We all start thinking that we're going to plan. We have to plan out this exquisite detail. No, you don't have to do that just yet. Just start thinking about, what is it in my life that I need to change to be better? How can I be a better husband? What could I do? How could I, looking backwards and I connect the dots, I had that verbal tense moment with her last week. How could I have changed that? What would I do differently moving forward? And you need to start thinking about those things, what it is you're going to change in you. And as you make those changes, then you can start to determine, or as you decide to make those changes, rather, you can start to figure how you can make those changes. There's a great, great saying, and I need you to think about this as we start to move forward. Okay? Thoughts become words. Words become actions. Actions become habits. Habits become lifestyles. And lifestyles become destinies. It all starts with how you think. It all comes from repetition and planning and eliminating the bad and continuing the good and continuing to prune that growth so that it moves in the direction you know it has to go. So your assignment this time for this video is to start to think about what it is, not that you're going to change, or not that you're going to do to become successful, but what are you going to change? How would you alter what you've done so far to make yourself more successful? And see if that doesn't help hone it in a little bit better for you as you start looking for what you want to do for 2026. All right, hey, as always, please go to the Next Level Now on YouTube. Check out these videos as you get there. Please go to Tamika Thomas's Facebook page. Check out her stuff. She's on it. She's talking about all kinds of things with communication, and she's talking about emotionalities and things like this that help get us all juiced up and ready to go for what we're trying to accomplish. And if you have any questions, any comments at all, please in the space below. I'll be sure I watch these things pretty closely. And if you make a comment, I'm trying to get back to you as fast as I can. All right, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.